What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer taking a look at. I don't even really want to know what you want to call this. This is the most random deck I've ever made in my entire life for sure. But I'll go over the deck list and okay. Well, the whole thing here is I thought MX and Saber was it got unbanned in the OCG and then in Master Duel they forgot to, and then they like made it like, oh yeah, by the way, this is also off the ban list like 2 days after the ban list. So you would think surely the TCG would follow suit, but no, they have also forgotten to unban MX Saber Invoker. I'm like kind of hoping they do the same thing as Master Duel, being like, oops, kind of forgot this guy. But yeah, I just assumed when the ban list dropped, like I didn't really even think about it. I was like, oh, this was probably off the ban list, and I was like, just kind of looking at the other bands of the ban list at the time, like a Rise Heart. And I thought this was on here and it wasn't. But in the case that it does, this is a stupid gimmicky deck, but it's very fun to play. You get to do a pretty cool combo. Like I said, I'm going to quickly go over the card by card, and then I'll show you two different ways. And really what I mean two different ways is like the two untraditional ways of getting to the main combo pieces that you need in the deck. Because unfortunately you can't play Product Prosperity because you literally use all 15 cards in the combo, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, that's just kind of how it works out. So I do run Crossout. You kind of have to in this deck for sure. And also there just like generally aren't better searchers. There are no like actual like added insect monster from your deck to your hand to like add Mother Spider. It's just not possible. So it's not like you can really play any other consistency cards, maybe like Upstart Goblin, but at that point it's just not worth it, right? But you do run a hand shift on it because you do run Crossout Designator, and also it does work with Small World, so it all kind of works out in the end, to be honest with you. But Infinite Impermanence, Nibiru, Ash, Droll, Effect Veiler, Ghost Bells, and Skullmeister are pretty much just there as Small World targets, but technically they are hand traps, and you never know, right? Skullmeister is really just a dark, and it's a dark fiend, which really fits into nothing. The rest of these are warriors, luckily. So this can pretty much like bridge you to just about anything, which is nice. Okay. Pegasus Twin Saber is just kind of part of your combo. It does align with the rank up magic. Basically, you kind of you expend this resource, Utopic Sage, and you get like the most amount of value out of it. It is a brick. It is what it is. Sometimes it's going to happen. And also, this is a very janky deck. This is the main card of the deck. One of the two, I would say. Mother Spider Splitter. Free special summon, tribute it, bring out 3 bodies, and the bodies, or at least one copy of them, also brings itself back, which is crazy. You just get 4 free summons, basically, and kind of turns out to be like way more than that when you see what the XYZs do. So it's pretty incredible, and it's like a powerhouse. It's just not consistent, unfortunately. Kind of is. There's definitely ways to get there. 1 copy of Ascended Sage. You do run a lot of little bricks here and there, but one of those is Heroic Challenger. There's these very interesting scenarios where you need an extra level 4. Because if you don't open this 3 specifically, and you open up a different level 3, you have to get really creative in the way that you get to your level 4s. Because this card right here, Phantom Knights of Torn Scales, gets you to a level 4 monster. So there's a lot of weird hands, and honestly, there's a lot of different scenarios that come up in these combos. But really what you're looking for is Mother Spider Splitter, and then the Torn Scales. That's the best case scenario. But Heroic Challenger is a level 4 that is special summonable from the deck from MX and Saber Invoker. And this obviously searches a Monster Reborn. Or sometimes you already open one, and you get to search a different card to like keep extending. Like I said, that's what Knuckle Sword is for. 1 copy of Cloak. You can either discard it. It doesn't really matter. Like if you hard open it, there's no hard bricks in this deck other than Pegasus. Pretty much everything else is fine. You just like won't search it later. Torn Scales is incredible. It's equal to like multiple level 3 bodies plus level 4 bodies. It's very, very good. Boots, you want to run 2 because you may need to. If you open it, you have to run 2 copies of this basically. It's not bad to open either. It's really not the end of the world. It's a free special summon because sometimes you have to send it to the graveyard, and it is what it is. Like you kind of need to be able to search it, but it's cool. It's fine as a 2 of because it can also just like be a normal summon. Again, this doesn't take up your normal summon. 3 copies of Baby Spider. These are the cards that you bring out from the deck. If you open them, it sucks, and sometimes you'll just like straight up brick out because you have 3 of these in your hand. But you got to do what you got to do. You got to play them, right? Galaxy Cyclone is actually not necessary in the deck, so I used to run Photon Lord, but then I thought, man, I have so many monster negates. Like, the normal combo line ends on 2 F-Zeros. So it kind of just seems like overkill at that point. Like, you might as well go for an Omni Negate, and like Hope Harbinger. So you can cut this and probably just like play another crossout designator or something. But if you did like one of your rank 4s, if you wanted like if you think like number 23 is too like gimmicky or anything like that, you could just like easily replace it. Because I like it. Like, the combo is great because, Photon Lord obviously comes out, and then it adds, or it like basically attaches Cosmic Cyclone, or adds, depending on the matchup, especially if you're going into game 3, that's usually really, really good. So either you're going to want to destroy a face-up spell and trap, or you're going to want to destroy one of the set cards. So that's what the versatility there does. But yeah, I just kind of like left it in my deck. Heroic Call, it's what you search off of Heroic Challenger. Again, if you open it, doesn't matter. Especially because you run one copy of Heroic Envoy. This is the rank up cards. This one helps you go into number 89. And this one helps you go into Utopia Ray. 2 copies of Crossout, which is really 3. And then the 1 copy of Better Luck Next Time basically lets you add a free level 3 extender from your deck to your hand. And of course, like the Omni Searcher of every deck that really needs a consistency boost is Small World, which is great because this is actually just kind of like a 2-card combo. It doesn't really matter the other cards in your hand. Reinforcement of the Army is a way to search a Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. It's the best normal summon, obviously. I talked about Heroic Envoy. 3 copies of, this is like the biggest tech card in the deck for sure. That's Insect Imitation. You tribute a monster, and then you get to special summon a insect monster, and you don't have to tribute an insect monster, which is very interesting. So you tribute a level 4, and you get to bring a level 5 insect from the deck, which of course always is going to be Mother Spider Splitter. And also, like, this effect doesn't, like, only the special summon is like having no monsters. You can bring this out way later in your combo, and then still use the effect to bring out 3 bodies. It's very, very cool. This is a card that is super needed for consistency. And then 1 copy of Shade Brigadine, obviously. So you may be thinking, like, how does this work? Like, especially this card right here. So I'm going to show that one first, and then I'll quickly show that basically Small World can get you like anywhere at any time. So here we go. Here is an example of Insect Imitation. So luckily I did have this, so I can, get the Torn Scales, and there we go. I'm discarding, and this is the reason why you have to run 2, because you have to have one in your hand. Like, you can't not have one in your hand, a special summon, basically. So there we go, Gold Pride, and then there you go. There's a continuous spell, and you can activate it. You lose life points, which is really good for the rank up later on. And then Boots can search me the level 4, which is fantastic. And obviously when you do that, there's so many different creative ways you can get there, especially because Torn Scales is usually an extra level 3. But in this case, I needed it, which is great. That's a free search, so that's cool. Heroic Envoy can search me Knuckle, and then this is where the extra level 4 comes in. And obviously, I had already opened up the Heroic Call. And then boom, just like that, now I can finally go into Mother Spider Splitter, which is fantastic, bringing out the 3 bodies. So I did it way later on. It's like the combo was backwards, still the same result. And, the spider can go ahead and special summon itself. Oh, I think I actually messed up. I did not need to bring this body out, but it's okay. Like, for the purpose of this combo, I think you get the point. Like, I just was playing Click Turbo kind of there on accident. But this shouldn't be here. I didn't need to... Excuse me, jeez. Use the Monster Reborn effects, and then I can go finally into the final rank up magic. This is going to bring out Hope Harbinger. This card, assumingly, is off the field. It also can just, give me the Omni Negate, which is the Lance. It's your only insurance against evenly matched. Now, if your opponent, like, reads into it enough, like, they'll play around it, but... still, you want to give yourself a chance, right? Photon Lord doesn't give you a chance against evenly matched, and that just sucks to have such a powerful board that can be beaten by, like, a very common card. Evenly matched is quite normal. Like, most of the time, just that first card your opponent's going to activate. At the very least, if the opponent does have evenly matched, they have to burn a card, and that's at least, very helpful. Okay. So that was, the very interesting way to get it out. That's where that tech card comes in, the Insect Imitation. And then I'll just very quickly show you guys the, Small World package to get you there. I already have Mother Spider Splitter. I didn't also open up this card too, but I don't need it this time. And then there you go, right? That's why you play Ghost Spell, because it's the level 3 that connects you to Torn Scales. Or you can literally go anywhere with it. So that's pretty nice. But this is the traditional combo, right? When you start out kind of in the right direction, you don't end up using the Torn Scale Reborn effect. Boots is a free special summon, so this is all working out very, very well. The cherry can get me the last level 3 that I need, and there we go. I can now bring out the MX Saber Invoker and go through Heroic Challenge combo now. So this is great. You know, double F-Zero, of course, is very, very good. This searches me my other level 4. It's crazy how the Phantom Knight stuff just bridges seamlessly in the combo between different levels, which is just something you rarely see in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there we go. There goes Utopia. You know, I already had it in my hand. That's fine. The rank up magic spell doesn't make much of a difference. But yeah, these are 2 monster negates. These are 2 monster negates. Here's a spell negate. And then during my opponent's turn, obviously, I can go into the Lancelot. So there we go. I mean, that's a fun board. I think with Mother Spider Splitter, especially if you like that card a lot, it's cool to see a combo that's a little higher, like, level, even if it's kind of silly and gimmicky. At least for me, like, this is, like, what I find very fun in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, like, kind of breaking combos, you know, kind of abusing generic support. This is just, like, the ways that I have a lot of fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Other than that's going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time.